1,000 trillionaires in America. Billionaires in America. $500 million. $1 billion, I should say, to strengthen our healthcare system. Eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
President Joe Biden has attributed his poor performance in the recent debate against Donald Trump to an intense travel schedule that took him to France and Italy, seeking to explain an incident that has significantly impacted the 2024 presidential race and jeopardized his re-election chances. Speaking to Democratic donors at a fundraiser in Virginia on Tuesday, Biden admitted, "I didn't have my best night. I wasn't very smart. I decided to travel around the world a couple of times, crossing about 100 time zones. For real, I think it was about 15 time zones." He added, "I didn't listen to my staff and came back nearly falling asleep on stage." That's no excuse, but it is an explanation.
I don't walk as easy as I used to. I don't speak as smoothly as I used to. I don't debate as well as I used to.
These remarks represent Biden's most extensive commentary on his condition during the first debate with Trump this election cycle. In June, Biden traveled to France for the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landings and attended a state dinner. He returned to Europe shortly after for the Group of 7 Leaders Summit, followed by a trip to Los Angeles for a celebrity fundraiser. Before facing Trump in Atlanta, Biden spent over a week away from the public eye, vacationing at his home in Delaware and preparing for the debate at Camp David. The explanation of jet lag follows previous assertions by Biden's advisors that his shaky performance was due to a cold. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre informed reporters on Tuesday that Biden was still unwell but had not taken medication before the debate.
He's not a young man. That's why he's acknowledging he's a little slower than he used to be in walking and not as smooth as speaking. We get that.
Biden's poor performance has sparked significant concern among Democrats, escalating worries about his fitness and prompting calls for him to step aside. To address these concerns, Biden plans to meet with Democratic governors and lawmakers, travel to key battleground states, and participate in his first televised interview this week to reassure supporters. The urgency for Biden to stabilize his campaign increased earlier on Tuesday when Lloyd Doggett of Texas became the first sitting U.S. House Democrat to suggest Biden should exit the race. New polls also indicated a decline in Biden's support. Further complicating matters, a New York Times report highlighted concerns from U.S. and foreign officials over instances where Biden appeared to struggle. Biden's meeting with governors on Wednesday is expected to be held virtually, though some, like Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and California Governor Gavin Newsom, will attend in person. Biden is also scheduled to travel to Wisconsin on Friday and Philadelphia on Sunday, followed by a press conference at the NATO summit in Washington next week. Additionally, he plans to engage with leaders on Capitol Hill. Jean-Pierre assured reporters, "We're going to turn the page. We're going to get out there across the country. Americans are going to see him for themselves." White House Chief of Staff Jeff Zients will hold an all-hands meeting on Wednesday to emphasize the importance of the administration's mission, aiming to address growing discontent among Democratic donors and officials over the debate performance. A recent CNN poll revealed that 3/4 of U.S. voters believe Democrats would have a better chance of retaining the White House with a different candidate. Biden's approval ratings have dropped significantly compared to other prominent Democrats, such as Governors Gavin Newsom and Gretchen Whitmer, who will participate in the governor's call on Wednesday. A leaked memo from a leading Democratic political action committee indicated that Biden's favorability plummeted after the debate, marking the largest single-week drop in nearly 3 years. The governor's meeting, first reported by CBS News, provides Biden an opportunity to convince them of his capability to lead the party. Despite private concerns about Biden's viability, no top lawmakers, governors, or cabinet officials have publicly called for him to end his campaign. Newsom and Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker have issued statements in support of Biden. However, some Democratic governors expressed their concerns in a call on Monday, seeking to speak directly with Biden. Vice President Kamala Harris is also set to have lunch with Biden on Wednesday, a regular occurrence, though this meeting comes at a time when she has been mentioned as a possible replacement for Biden. Biden faced further pressure on Tuesday when Doggett released a statement urging him to step aside to avoid a Trump victory. The president and his team have attempted to shift the public's focus from his mental fitness to Trump's actions following the Supreme Court's decision that partially shields the former president from criminal prosecution. In a speech on Monday, Biden called on voters to judge Trump's involvement in the January 6, 2021 Capitol attack.
The American people must decide
They want to entrust the president once again, the presidency, to Donald Trump, now knowing he'll be even more emboldened to do whatever he pleases whenever he wants to do it.
His team also highlighted a $127 million fundraising haul in June, outpacing Trump's $112 million, although the Republican holds a cash advantage. Campaign officials, including Chairwoman Jennifer O'Malley Dillon, held a call with donors to reassure them of Biden's path to victory. Biden's campaign has labeled party figures and media personalities calling for him to drop out as disloyal, and there is frustration among Biden's family and donors towards his advisors for the debate debacle. Despite these challenges, the Democratic National Committee is considering formally nominating Biden by mid-July to secure his place on the ballot in all 50 states and quell speculation about replacing him.
Thank you. Appreciate it.